the problem with social services is lack of investment.
A few moments later.
And we just have taken the measure to make legal more than 500,000 people in Spain who are working irregularly in our country and living irregularly in our country.
He also said this.
But one alternative we found here, which I've been really proud of, and it comes back to culture, is we've been organising in nightclubs and community spaces to hold like raves and parties.
Look at these people. Just look at them. Green Party leader Zack Polanski is in his studio celebrating a policy that would completely finish off what is left of your public services. He brings in a Spanish minister, Ernest Urtasun, sorry if I butchered that, who brags about giving amnesty to 500,000 illegal migrants overnight. And wait until you hear how they plan to fight back when you get angry at them. It's bonkers. Let's play the tape. You need to see that.
I was really proud a few years ago to be arrested with Extinction Rebellion. I'm so proud of the activist tradition within the Green Party, both in England and Wales, but frankly, all around the world. I'm also really proud of Greens across the world, many of whom who have been in government, who are there ready to bring in change and make it happen.
That's complete delusion. Now, if he wouldn't be a politician, what are the chances for him getting a decent job? Zero. He's proud of getting arrested. What? It's just it's absolute slap in the face to the ones who accidentally did a mistake and they're regretting that. And he is celebrating it. Let's play another one.
The correct choice when it comes to migration is first to tell the truth about what happens with migration. And at the end of the day, you cannot allow the far right to start saying that migrants are responsible for problems in social services. No, look, the problem with social services is lack of investment. The regions in Spain are in the hands of the conservatives, and they have got it massively investment in health and education. And you cannot blame the migrants for that. You cannot have a society where public services are cut. On the other hand, the ultra-billionaires are gaining more and more money, and you blame the migrants. So these kind of conversations, we have taken the decision not to allow that to happen and to be very explicit about this. And this has worked. And we just have taken the measure to make legal more than 500,000 people in Spain who are working irregularly in our country and living irregularly in our country.
So he just admitted that their public services are massively underfunded. There is all sorts of issues. I haven't checked the statistics because it's not the country I'm interested in. But what's the solution of them? To put another 500,000, 500,000 undocumented migrants into the system. That will probably fix it somehow. I would really be interested to know the trail of thoughts, what they're thinking. Anyway, let's watch another one.
But then we have a strong disagreement in measures that are more targeted on market intervention. So, for instance, we are very much pushing to forbid having foreign investment schemes buying or investing in housing in Spain. We have other countries that have created schemes at national level to prevent this kind of investment to happen, and we need to forbid that investment in Spain. And also we want to have a mandatory cap of the rents. One of the things that we are most discussing now at the moment is that we want a mandatory prolongation of the rents in order to stop housing rents to increase, because we have increases. This year we have, I think, 300,000 contracts that will be renewed, and people will have to face increases in their rents of 300, 400 euros. For many of them, it will mean they would have to leave. Okay. So this capping is absolutely important. So these kind of measures that are direct market intervention, sometimes it's true the Social Democrats are more reluctant to take. And there we have differences at the coalition level. Yes, we do.
I mean, why would they ban all foreign investments? Why? I can't understand that. If somebody wants to build, let's say I want to build houses in Spain, why I cannot? Where is the problem in that? And when it comes to rent market, it's simple. It's supply and demand. System is broken, same as in the UK. Fix the system and you'll get rid of the problem. No, let's ban the international investment. Jesus. Let's watch another one.
How are you dealing with the Spanish media, who I presume are owned by similar billionaires to the UK media?
Yeah. Well, of course,
It's
we
always
are massively
billionaires.
attacked for that, for certain media and right-wing media, also in our country. But also, look, it's very straightforward. The agreements that we have with the US, they very basically state that the bases can be used only for missions that are covered under international law or UN. Otherwise, they need to ask specifically permission to Spain. So that's why we are able to deny that. And well, of course, that has created lots of tensions, and Donald Trump has threatened with new tariff threats and things like that. I have to tell you also very honestly, so far nothing has really happened. And on the other hand, I think that what has happened in Europe is that Spain has taken that position, and then other countries that were more reluctant to take that position are now following. So more and more, I think that we have opened the door for other European countries to start saying no. And at a certain moment with Donald Trump, we know that the only way it works is to say no. All these appeasement strategies that we have seen in the last months, they are a complete failure. It doesn't work. At a certain moment, we need to stand up and defend international law.
I don't understand why they hate media's accountability, and they always cry about the criticism. But when you are in such a position, you should be open to criticism. They are just spoiled, entitled politicians. That's it, nothing else. Let's watch another one.
So, and I think it's the most common story as old as time that you go for the message, and then if the message becomes popular, then you go for the messenger. How much are you thinking about alternative ways to connect that kind of go round mainstream media? Because I'm presuming you have the same problem that, you know, the media aren't just kind of allowing you to say your message unfiltered.
No, absolutely. And we are, of course, using more and more alternative ways of communicating with people. We try to have a more direct communication with citizens using all the tools that we have. And particularly when we want to pass certain messages. To put you an example, going back to housing, it's sometimes difficult in some media in Spain to make your message pass when you want to talk about cutting speculative investments in housing, because the interests that are behind those media do not allow certain message to pass massively. So these kind of issues are very common in Spain and other countries, and we need to find other ways to engage with citizens. Thankfully, in today's society, where you have all kinds of ways of getting to citizens. No?
See what you just
and again,
did there?
to come back to your previous comment, indeed, we have also lived that in Spain for many years, that all kinds of...
I wonder if there is any body language experts in the comments. If you saw what he did there, put the comment down below, okay?
Campaigns of digital harassment were created and organized against our leaders just because they're defending certain ideas. So when I saw the different Twitter attacks, but not only Twitter, as I can see, but also some media attacks to you, I think what you need to think when this happens to you is that this happens because you are taking the right decisions and you're speaking the truth. And that's why they attack you. So at the end of the day, you need to be very proud of what you're doing.
Shocking. Sorry. Wow. The country is in shambles, right? Spain is in shambles. The UK is in shambles. And what they do? They're inviting people like that and praising each other. If somebody's critiquing them, that means you're doing the good job. What absolute circus. Jesus. Anyway, they are laughing at you. They want open borders. They want state control over housing. They want to kill the economy. And when you push back, they go to a nightclub to dance it off. Zack Polanski wants this exact Spanish disaster brought straight to the UK. Tell me what you think in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next one. It's an absolute slap in the face to those. It's absolute slap in the face to whom. And what was I about to say? When you are in such a position, you should be open to criticism, especially if it's what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot. Shit.